If you're a dad who's trying to train hard, show up for your family, work full time, and still have energy left, chances are you're either burnt out or on your way there. See, most fitness advice wasn't built for dads. It was built for single guys with unlimited amount of time, AKA fitness influencers. So today I'm going to be breaking down how busy dads should actually train. So you get stronger, leaner, and more capable without burning yourself into the ground. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Bryce. I'm a husband, a father, a special education teacher, and a fitness enthusiast. I train early mornings. I train tired 95% of the time. So what I'm about to share is the exact framework that I use and that I teach inside my community, not your average dad. Here's where most dads will get it wrong. One, they copy influencer workouts. So that's 2 hours of workout a day, 6 days a week, and they go all out every single session. Now that works when your only responsibility is yourself, but chances are if you're watching this, you're either a husband, a father, or in my case, you're both. But when you got kids waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you got to get to the job in the morning, and then when you get home, you still have to be present as a husband, it's a little bit more difficult. Second thing they do is they confuse effort with effectiveness. See, sweating profusely does not necessarily mean progress. If you're sore all the time, exhausted, and inconsistent because of how intense your plan is, then your plan is broken. And the third thing they do is they rely on motivation. And motivation will disappear the second life gets chaotic, which is almost every day as a husband and a father. Dads don't need hype, but we do need solid systems to be effective. So principle one that I am all about inside the NYAD community is train for minimum effective dose. I literally said about 2 years ago in one of my videos that this year my goal was to be able to accomplish everything I want in my fitness goals, but by doing the bare minimum because of my time of being a husband and a father first. So more isn't better, but better is better. So what this looks like. So this might look like a 45 to 60 minute session, 4 to 5 times a week if your schedule permits it. If not, you probably could get away with 3 to 4. And when you're actually training, it's leaving 1 to 2 reps in the tank. It's not going all out to complete failure every single set. When you finish your workout, you should feel accomplished. You should not feel wrecked every single day because again, that's going to negatively impact you in your other roles in life. Second principle is you got to focus on strength first and then conditioning. As a dad, strength is non-negotiable. Why? Because you got to carry your kids. You got to carry groceries. Training this way prevents injury. You can't be injured. If you're injured, you're out of commission as a husband and a dad. And then it also builds resilience at the end of the day, which you need as a father. So what this structure looks like, 3 to 4 strength days per week, 1 to 2 conditioning days per week. So again, if you're doing a 3-day split, now you technically have 5 days totals. If you're doing a 4-day split, now you have 6-day total, whatever your schedule permits. And conditioning is there to support strength, not replace it. Principle number 3, which is the one I've been struggling with for the past 5 years since my daughter is born, is you need to train for capability, not for physique, not for how you look on the outside, not for a 6-pack. You need to be capable. Because being shredded all the time does not help you out if you're exhausted and irritable all the time, which usually happens when you're in a calorie deficit. So you got to train to move well, recover fast, and then you got to show up energized for your wife and your kids. Because at the end of the day, your kids do not care if you have a 6-pack, but they care if you can actually keep up with them. Trust me, I've experienced that myself. Now, principle number 4 is you got to build floor standards, not perfect weeks, because you are never going to have a perfect week if you are a husband and a father. See, most dads, including myself, I've been there, have quit because they miss one workout for the week and then they spiral. I've been there. Trust me. But our rule inside the NYAD community is a bad week. If you're having a bad week and you know that from day one, you don't cancel your workouts, you shorten them. Because I tell my students this all the time, 50% is still better than 0. So don't quit the week. Just show up, do everything you can, even if that is not 100%. If it's 30%, like I said, 30%, 20%, 50%, those are all better than 0%. Because consistency beats intensity every single time. So what does my week actually look like as a husband, a father, and a special education teacher? Well, here's an example week. And again, this can change depending on what my goals are, what I'm training for, or what area of life. Like I said, in about 15 weeks, my son will be here, so I'll have a newborn baby. So my schedule will change again. Day one might be an upper strength focus. So this would be chest, shoulders, back, biceps, triceps. Day two would be a lower strength. So obviously squats, focusing on quads, maybe some explosive work like box jumps, and then core. Day three would be a conditioning piece. So nothing really strength focused, but it might be involve running, erg work, jump roping, echo bike, any of those. It's a conditioning piece. Also a shorter session, usually anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes, if that. And then day four might be something like a full body day. So I go in, hit whatever I feel like I'm lacking or whatever I want to focus on, but it's a full body. So there might be some legs in there, some chest, shoulders, back. And then day five, this is optional. I'll usually do easy run or easy some type of zone 2 cardio. Again, that might be walking with a weight vest. It might be hopping on a bike, rowing, skiing. Again, it's just all zone 2 and then focus on mobility. No fluff, no burnout, just steady progress. So you gotta have a mindset shift to get into this style of working out, which I'm still working on. Goal is not to train like a professional athlete, because chances are if you're watching this, you're not the Nick Bears out there, you're not the Cameron Haynes out there, you're not the David Goggins out there. You're the guy that shows up for his wife and his daughter or his kids first and foremost at the end of the day. So the goal with this is to become a capable father and a capable husband, not a professional athlete. Train to lead, train to last, and train to set the standard at the end of the day for your kids and your family. So my call to action to you guys, if you are watching this, if you're a dad who wants structure, accountability, and training that actually fits your life, not that of a professional athlete or a fitness influencer, that's exactly why I built the Not Your Average Dad community, because it's just a bunch of dads who are trying to be the best husband and father they possibly can. And they use training as a tool to achieve that. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the bio. And then you guys already know the motto: stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. I'll catch you guys in the next one.